Welcome back. That's right, I'm back. Robert Kiyosaki, he's tweeting a lot about Bitcoin. Calls Bitcoin pure genius. Plans to expand holdings to 100 Bitcoin, which actually for him is really nothing. But, he breaks it down how anyone can become a millionaire simply by just holding Bitcoin. It doesn't take a lot of effort, not like when he made his first million in real estate, which took a lot of money, risk, time, sleepless nights. Well, these days it takes a lot of money to buy Bitcoin. And that's why I've been telling you guys to hold on DCA all these years, because 7 years ago it was a lot cheaper. Okay. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, I should say, Bitcoin was still around $1,000. And 4 years ago, it was like, 15,000. Now we're at 114,000. So obviously a lot more expensive these days to get involved, but still nothing compared to where Bitcoin will be. There's no theoretical limit on how high we can go. So is this still true? Yes, I think it's still true. It's going to take a little bit longer if you're starting out with a smaller amount, but Bitcoin does not have a cap and is set to keep going. And there's something else too. There's a few interviews I want to play for you guys that relate to this, but I'll get to that in a little bit. But outside of Robert's enthusiasm, of course, others are still buying. We know Sailor's buying, Metaplan's buying. Those two are no surprise. They're not neck and neck, but they just keep buying. Okay. But you got what? Michigan State pension. Their pension fund has expanded. Bitcoin, their Bitcoin ETF holdings, not Bitcoin, but still Bitcoin ETFs. ETFs are good. Okay. You got Smarter Web Company raised 21 million because they want to buy more Bitcoin. So, I mean, the buying continues. Although there are times, right, ETF inflows are not positive, and that actually happened this week. I was looking at this. We actually had 4 straight days of red. And the biggest surprise of this is the last 2 days, BlackRock had outflows. Normally speaking, BlackRock never, ever, ever has outflows. But for first time, it's not for first time. We have seen BlackRock have outflows, but 3 consecutive days of outflow for BlackRock, that's no good. And then Fidelity had 4 straight days. So on Monday specifically, for the 4th, which is actually a really good day overall, we actually had a lot of outflow. So it's kind of weird. Wall Street is kind of weird in that way. You would figure yesterday would be a bigger outflow than Monday, but no. Monday we had a big outflow. It's weird, right? But let's see when this turns around. The inflow definitely exceeds the outflow. But periodically we do have a little bit of outflow. So this kind of explains the reason why we're where we are right now rather than being at 118 and 120. But we will get back up there. It's just a matter of time. But Wall Street sometimes they don't know what they're doing. Quite frankly, these fund managers, they're very reactive. Okay, and if there's panic or they see something else greener, they'll flip to it. But then they always flip back because now the proof is there. Okay, nothing outperforms Bitcoin over long haul. It's the one that you want to hodl and DCA basically forever. And if you do that, you're going to be generating a lot of money, a lot of gains, life-changing wealth, or at least attain financial freedom. So don't let anything distract you from that. And those that truly understand, okay, that are not just trading Bitcoin, that are actually accumulating Bitcoin, well, if they understand that, they're going to continue to keep accumulating. Like this chart shows, this is showing accumulator addresses, basically that's been DCAing. you could see clearly it's on the rise. Ever since July, it's been going up. Even with the recent dip, still going up. Those that understand will continue to load up. And I mentioned about strategy and MetaPlanet, but there's many other companies out there like Mara, Galaxy Digital, Riot, even Trump Media, the new 21 Capital. All these guys, they continue to hodl and DCA. And the amazing thing is, if you add all these companies up, it's close to 5% of the supply already. That's not counting the ETFs, which is another 5-6%. So in total, these guys already hold 11% of the supply. They are accumulating wildly. So again, another reason why you want to continue to hodl and DCA and just let the gains come to you. That's the easiest way. Easiest way. All right, what else is there? Let's see. 4-year cycle. I know a lot of you guys are focused on 4-year cycle. I am too, right? But obviously there's diminishing returns every cycle because Bitcoin gets bigger and bigger and bigger. But even with that said, you know, this cycle could still bring us well above 200, 250,000. This one's actually estimating we hit around $350,000. You could see how our current movement is just like a slow and steady rise. Not like the last cycle where we kind of went sideways for a long time and then boom, we went up. This cycle, we've been just going slow and steady. But we got a couple months left of this year, and that's when things could get quite crazy. We're looking forward to it. There's a lot of charts that show we are getting ready for that next leg up. And even with that next leg up, we got another leg after that. So, yeah, again, at this point, no one should be fearful about Bitcoin's future. And if you understand, you understand. Now, Tom Lee, a lot of you guys know Tom Lee of Fundstrat, did an interview recently. There's a couple clips I want to play. One that talks about how the 4-year cycle may be over. And this is something that I've started saying recently. Some people still don't believe. It says this is nonsense. But if you just think about it, it makes more and more sense how the 4-year cycle could be dead. Now, there's obviously the halving event that's still going to happen every 4 years.